can't stop the signal now.
Welcome back to another Rebel Rant. I have missed a lot over the last few weeks because of my move and everything, getting settled in, dealing with a cold. Now, this article goes back to September 17th of 2020. And so Olivia Wilde is directing a Marvel movie, and they're thinking that's going to be Spider-Woman. If you know anything about what they've done to Spider-Woman in the last 5 or 6 years or so, hopefully you understand why I'm not excited about this at all. So in this article from Harpers Bazaar.com, as expected, she goes on to discuss how, look, we are seeing this incredible influx of female directors and storytellers getting to take hold of this genre of the superhero space and infuse it with their own perspective. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. So this is pretty much what you expect at this point, with all of the wokeness going on, destroying entertainment, pop culture, video games, movies, comic books. This is the exact mindset that has created the get woke, go broke, fandom menace situation. This is a great example of it between the feminist and alphabet woke agenda. They cannot create their own characters because they simply do not have the creativity, the originality, or the characteristics that the general population is interested in. This is why they have to come in, take over established genres, established characters, established universes, from video games to comic books to movies, television, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars. They have to take what has been established and has been popularized and infuse it with their own perspective, because that is the only way to get their agenda out there to where the public will see it, to where they can trick the public into thinking they want to see it, only to pull a bait and switch once they get into theater, once they open up the comic book, as I did in 2012 with Alan Scott's Green Lantern, trick the consumer into thinking they're paying for one thing when in reality they're getting something else. She goes on to say, we are not only going to step in and try to tell the story like men do. Oh, come on with this. Are you serious with this? First of all, women cannot tell stories like men do. Why? Because they're women. Men cannot tell stories like women do because they're men. That's just a stone cold fact of life. Men can write stories about women, women can write stories about men, but they're not going to be able to write them like the other does because we're different. It's just a biological fact. I'm a certified biologist. Men and women are different, period, end of story, full stop. But she goes on to say, we're actually going to reframe the stories themselves, folks. They're not even hiding it. They're taking established stories, established characters, established universes, and they're reframing it. They're twisting it, they're converting it, they're turning it into something else. They're pulling a bait and then switch. They're taking established characters, pulling you in, and then surprising you, subverting your expectations with these reframed, repurposed stories and characters and origins to try and push something that, if you knew what you were paying for, you would never spend that money to begin with. This is why get woke, go broke is a thing. This is why Disney may or may not finally be paying attention to get woke, go broke. This is why entertainment across the board is crashing and burning and tanking harder than the Titanic. Quite frankly, this is the Spider-Woman that I know. This is the Spider-Woman that I remember as a kid. Now, I was never a huge Spider-Woman fan. I think I did pick up 1 or 2 issues of her. I'm not gonna lie though, that right there is the only reason I was ever interested in that character. Now, if we take a Now, if we take a look at 2015 Spider-Woman, oh my goodness, what is this? A pregnant Spider-Woman. Yeah, man, this is exactly the type of thing I want to spend my money on. Some chick knocked up with who knows who the baby daddy is, no idea. I've been looking for examples of the comic books, and it's been difficult to find them without having to spend money on them. I will not spend money. I'm not making money on these channels. I can't afford to be spending money on this stuff like that. There was something where she was on a ship. I think it was a cruise ship, and she was fighting some villain, spewing this green goo, some sort of Spiderwoman morning sickness, I don't know, fully pregnant, fighting some bad guy while arguing with a teenage boy. And then she throws the boy overboard. Like, it was just insane. What? That's not a hero. And the fact that she's pregnant and putting that child at risk, that unborn child, her own child at risk. What kind of mother does that? Not a good one, folks. Not a good one. And then if you look at the variant covers, like, what is this? Cosplay? That's a cover? That's a variant cover? That does not make me want to buy the comic book. I don't know what they're thinking. And then in Spider-Woman 2015 on Marvel.com itself. It's kind of difficult to read this. But Captain Marvel and Spider-Woman are talking about being a mother and a superhero. Spider-Woman goes on to say, with this little guy here, maybe he's got a shot at it being a normal life. Maybe I can give him normal. It's almost a touching moment of a mother who cares about her child. Captain Marvel sits there, looks down, and then they both bust out laughing. No way in hell, says Captain Marvel. It was almost a touching moment there. Almost. It was this close. They almost had it. They almost nailed it. It's that close. And then they completely ruin it.
I stole it, Slappy. I stole the ball. Attaboy, Skippy. That's it. You got it, kid. You got it.
He got it. Maybe you should consider badminton. I hear it's very exciting once your medication kicks in.
I feel sorry for that kid. That kid's not even real, and I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him that he has that for a mother. I can't imagine why comic books are failing left and right. This is just beyond the pale, folks. This is painful to read. And the worst part is, this is a reflection of real life mothers. There are mothers out there that are exactly like this, folks. That may very be the worst part about this character and about this scene right here. So, oh my goodness. Now, this is a cover from 2004 New Avengers, folks. This right here, boom. That is the only reason I would ever pick up a Spider-Woman book right there. Boom, just looking at that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to apologize for it. I am a man. That is the type of thing I am into. That is what catches my attention and draws me in, gets that hook in there. And if that character is worth reading about, I will continue to buy the book. But without that initial impression, there's no chance whatsoever. And they do not understand that. This is why they have to reframe these characters. And when they try and tell the story like men do, this is why they fail miserably, because they do not understand real men. Especially the ones that buy comic books, folks. This is sad to say the least, and the amount of damage that it has done has decimated entire industries. It ruined countless livelihoods. It is sad to say the least, but it is monumentally nothing short of an absolute disaster. Oh my goodness. I can only hope that once we get through these elections and get past all of this malarkey regarding the beer bug, hopefully we will finally get back to some semblance of normalcy, real, true normalcy. Hopefully the damage done to these industries will be the catalyst to restoring legitimate pop culture and entertainment without any of this woke nonsense. Because quite frankly, folks, I'm done with this. I will go out and buy myself a wheel, a hoop, find myself a stick in the forest, and I will roll that hoop all day long just to entertain myself with that, if that is what it takes, folks. That is what I'm down to. That is where we are at when it comes to pop culture entertainment, folks. It's time to turn back the clock. It's time to get back to real entertainment stuff that actually we enjoy doing, spending our time doing, because this is not it. This is not comic books. This is not entertainment. This is not pop culture. This has been reframed for something else, for a woke agenda that nobody wants. In spite of what some people may say, they might say they're okay with it on the surface, but the reality is they're not okay with it. It's just, I'm hoping for the day very soon when we can get back to legitimate characters, legitimate stories, legitimate respecting the character, respecting the creator, the person that created that character. I'm hoping that day is coming very soon, because I want to get back to having some fun here, folks. This is, this is just sad to say the least. It's time to stop destroying livelihoods and to start rebuilding them. So with that said, I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button if you did. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It is appreciated and it does help out the channel. And this has been another Rebel Rant, speaking into the void.
Can't stop the signal.